We're going to do a brief video on MNDT Stock Analysis. We've got a daily chart up here for you for Mandiant Stock. This is a daily chart with a 5-day moving average in green, a red day moving average in red, and a 200-day moving average in blue. And if you pay attention to these moving averages, you could double or triple your trading or investing success. You just have to take a quick look at them and you can get a picture. You can put everything into perspective, and that's what we're going to do for you here today. You have a lot of things going on in this chart, and some of them are amenable to technical analysis and some are not. Leave us a comment in the description below or in the comment section below whether or not you believe in technical analysis, whether or not you think it's any good. Just say yes, I believe in it, and tell us why, or say no and tell us why you don't believe in it. But I'm going to show you here real quick why I think it's a good idea to always put those three moving averages, the 5, the 20, and the 200 day, on a stock to give you an idea, a perspective of what's going on with it. Let's take a quick look at this stock. We can see here back in December of 2020, the stock was clearly in a parabolic move above the 200-day moving average, so technically it's in a bull market, and this parabolic move, like all parabolic moves, is unsustainable, and you can see that it crashed down, and then essentially the stock went sideways from about March 21st all the way through to August 21st. That's fairly typical in technical analysis. You'll see a stock that goes parabolic, crash, and then goes sideways. This is just working out just like waves pounding the beach. You have a huge wave, and then they dissipate the rest of the energy over time, and that's what happened here. You can see we had a huge gap from about $20 all the way down here to about $18. Remember, this is a low-priced stock, so that's about a 10% gap in the stock, which is huge, and it put the stock firmly in a bear market. You can see we came down here all the way to January of 2022 and put in a low here about 13 bucks, 13 and pennies, and immediately put in a parabolic rally to test the 200-day moving average. Now this stock, as I mentioned earlier, has a couple of different things going on with it. It has extremes in its volume. Through here you can see the volume was about roughly 1 million shares per day all through here. We had some start to tip up. A few days it picked up to 7-8 million shares a day, but in general this stock trades at about the 1-2-3 million share per day level. But we put in this bottom, and we immediately on this rally got a 28 million share day, went up again, parabolic, came right back down, put in another parabolic move up, and got itself back into a bull market situation. Anything above the green, the blue 200-day moving average is a bull market. Anything below is a bear. So that's one of the great things about using moving averages. It can give you a very clear perspective. You don't have to agree with it, but it's a perspective that you can at least use it to consistently discuss what's going on with the stock. Now you can see here this stock's almost converted into a penny stock the way it's trading. Its daily volume has crashed. Its daily range has crashed. If you look at the highs and lows on this stock, sometimes they're not even 50 cents a day, and that's consistent all the way across. When you go up to very recent times, you look at some of these days here, we're not even 25 cents daily range on this stock, and yet we're trading over 1 million shares. This is a 1.9 million share day, and we've barely traded whatever that looks like. Doesn't even look like 15 cents. So very weird, very interesting stock. There's probably something going on with it fundamentally. I don't get involved with the fundamentals at all. It's really not something I concern myself with. But if you take a look at what's going on today, which is not shown in this chart, this stock's trading 7 million shares today on a average volume of about 3 million shares in recent months. The last 3-month average is about 3 million a day. It's not even 10:30 yet. It's trading 7 million shares. So obviously there's something going on with this stock. But the reason I bring it up is this: when a stock begins to trade like this, technical analysis is really, it's almost worthless. Yes, it's in a bear market, but there's clearly something going on here, which we can easily see by looking at price action. We don't need to read the newspaper to know something's going on fundamentally with the stock. Maybe they have a buyout offer, what's going on. Maybe you know what's going on. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just making a technical analysis of this stock. But technical analysis is extremely helpful for giving us perspective that no one can hide. If there were all kinds of negotiations going on in this stock, we can clearly see it. No one can hide this price action, and this price action is very strange. The reason for it, I don't know. It doesn't really make a whole lot of difference to a trader or even a long-term investor. It makes a difference if we couldn't see it. And we can clearly see here that there's something going on with this price. A stock that behaves like this does not all of a sudden start to behave like this for no reason. So this reduced range is clearly indicative of something fundamentally going on with the stock, in my opinion. And again, this is all for entertainment purposes only. But that's the reason I bring it up. This stock's not otherwise not particularly interesting to me. It trades a combination of a lot of different ways. It's got a lot of penny stock characteristics to it, and it's got a lot of other issues with it that don't particularly lend it to analysis with technical indicators like moving averages. But still, you can get a good idea when to avoid this stock and when to maybe try to make some money on it. Whenever I see a stock lose all of its volatility like this, assuming there's not some fundamental issue with it, there's something else going on, and it's in my opinion, I just stay away from it. But if you're more predisposed to get involved in stocks like that, you have to investigate and see what's going on. But clearly you can see that the volatility's dried up in this stock. Let's take a look and see, and I conclude my remarks by saying I have no idea what's going to happen with this stock. When I look at it technically, it's in a bull market, but who knows what's going on here. Something fundamentally is going on, and I'm not privy to it. I'm sure it's probably in the news. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if we cover this for RBAM research. That was the technical analysis portion of this video. Let's take a look at the quant, or the quantitative analysis of this video, and see if we cover this stuff. And we do not cover it, so let's take a look. That doesn't surprise me. RBAM Research puts out every morning, Monday through Friday, by 7 a.m., quant analysis of 190 stocks, 194 stocks roughly. And they put out buy signals, so 1, 5, and 20-day hold periods. So we have defined hold periods and defined action, which is buys. And then these, of course, are for entertainment purposes only. You have to do your own analysis. But we put out specific entry prices. You can see today's the 12th, and we put them out for the 12th. They were out before 7 a.m. this morning. So you could go through here. If you were thinking about General Electric, you could take a look at these prices. This would be the one-day column. You buy today, close out at the end of trading the next day, just before the market closes at a loss, or take your profit sooner if you got it. Same thing for the 5 days, same thing for the 20-day, buy today, hold for 20 days, worst case, close out at a loss if you don't take your profits sooner. So this is the complete opposite of technical analysis, and that's why we basically got involved in it. Technical analysis is great, but it's subjective. These all come out of a computer. These all come out of algorithms we've developed, and they're specific. Now again, these are for entertainment purposes only. You've got to do your own analysis, but that's the basic fundamental difference between technical analysis and quantitative analysis. When you take a look at a stock here and it says 0, our algorithms are saying, hey, it's probably not a good idea to buy that stock that day, in our opinion. So the basics couldn't be any different. Quantitative analysis gives you a specific entry price every day for a defined holding period. Technical analysis gives you basically a picture of what's going on. The difference between the two is it takes decades to learn how to do technical analysis correctly, and even then it's still subjective. It can take decades to come up with algorithms like this, but once you have them, they're not subjective, and you can apply them to hundreds of stocks and do the calculations in seconds. So there's a lot of advantages. You can get all of these by tuning in to our website every morning before 7 a.m. and get them updated for free. No credit card required, rbamresearch.com. There's a link in the description below. Just go there, sign up, and get them absolutely free. In addition to the stocks, we cover the major forex pairs, BTC crypto, and the most liquid futures contracts. Again, absolutely free, no credit card required. There's a link in the description below. You just put in your email and you join for free. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that. If you have a great comment on how we can make these videos better, please leave it in the comment section below. We also want to hear if you like technical analysis or not and why. And keep in mind, everything you've seen or heard on here is for entertainment purposes only. You have to do your own analysis. You can't use our commentary or entry prices for anything other than entertainment, and you definitely trade at your own risk.